2, 3, funky.
Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I'm going to show you guys what I eat in a full day. So starting off, I had some coffee and filled up my water. It's super important to have water right when you wake up in the morning, and I wasn't really hungry when I first woke up this morning, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a late breakfast. I have been enjoying getting up and just like making my coffee, having breakfast, hanging out in the morning before I head to the gym. I find that I have a little bit more energy than when I used to wake up and just have like a small snack and go straight to the gym first thing. Also, ignore my face and my hair is crazy every single morning. It's insane. I am finally ready to have some breakfast, and this morning I'm gonna switch it up. Usually I have eggs, but I'm gonna have some oatmeal. I like using these Trader Joe's instant oatmeal packets. They are just super easy to use, and they also have quinoa, flax seeds, and chia seeds in them. They're unsweetened and also gluten-free. Love using these, and gonna put some milk in it. I am kind of running low on milk, so hopefully I have enough. And then I do add a little bit of brown sugar to it just because I like it a tiny bit sweet. I should probably start adding like liquid stevia in it instead. It's probably way better for me, so I will probably start doing that. But I love using pumpkin pie spice in my oatmeal. It's so good. I like dump it in there, and then some cinnamon, and then I've loved using peanut butter in my oatmeal lately. It adds a little bit of extra protein, and then add some mixed berries in there if you would like. You can use like the frozen ones, and it's just so good and super filling. I'm gonna make my oatmeal here and then head off to the gym. Alright, so here's my oatmeal. It's definitely not looking pretty, but I promise you it tastes good. I could have taken the time to make it a little bit prettier, but I have to quickly eat it and head off to the gym. But I probably would have put a little bit more milk in it, but I ran out, unfortunately. So this is what we're dealing with. The peanut butter I used is just a natural peanut butter that I got from Trader Joe's. Normally I use the Costco Kirkland brand peanut butter, but we ran out. So using this Trader Joe's peanut butter, it's super good, and I'll see you guys when I have either a snack or lunch. I am back for lunch. I am on my second one of these and went to the gym, took a shower, washed my hair, all that stuff, and I'm having a little bit of a late lunch. It's already 2 o'clock. But that's because I'm also gonna have a late dinner because the hours that I work are kind of awkward and it's right over dinner time. So I kind of push all of my meals later so that I don't die while I'm at work. But I am gonna go with something that I do a lot, and that is a rice bowl of some sort, or you can switch it out with lettuce if you want less carbs. But I'm gonna do a rice bowl with the chicken chili lime burgers from Trader Joe's and kind of make it Southwest. It's really good. I have it a lot for lunch, but it's super easy. It takes like maybe 10 minutes. I'll use a lot of times the frozen rice packets from Trader Joe's, but I think since I'm probably gonna use that for dinner already for something quick and I have time, I'm just gonna make rice on the stove. So it's gonna take a little bit longer today, but gonna cook up some rice, and then I will show you guys everything else that I'm gonna add into it. Got the rice going, and it is seriously so stinking dark in this apartment. Like, it is middle of the day, 2 o'clock, and it looks like it's nighttime in here. Our kitchen has the worst lighting ever, and it's honestly kind of depressing. Try to turn on like as many lights as I can, but it's still just so dark. I normally so I'll cook it with corn and peppers, and I love for when I am in a rush and don't have time to cut fresh peppers or don't have them. I love these frozen peppers from Trader Joe's, red, yellow, and green peppers. Not a huge green pepper fan, but honestly I can't tell the difference when I like cook it in with stuff. So these are awesome for that. And then these are the chicken chili lime burgers that I use in a lot of my burrito bowls, and they're really good that way. I honestly don't really eat them ever like a burger, but they're just super good in a bowl with rice or like on a taco salad or something. I think my least favorite part about these burgers is the packaging. It's literally impossible to get them separated. Like the packaging is just bad the way that they did it. So every time I have to use a knife to separate them. It's honestly not ideal, and I'm probably gonna end up cutting my finger one of these times, but it works. And then the paper just gets like all stuck to it, which is really obnoxious, and then you have to like rip it all off. But they're really good other than that. These super handy, I can't do this with one hand. These really handy little chip clips, they came with like the whole package that I got. I thought they were interesting. They're good for like, I use them on the brown sugar bag because I don't have a container for it yet. And then just stuff like this where you can just like with a small bag like that, you can just clip it in and it holds it all together. I don't know, they're kind of cool. I got them at the Coast Guard Exchange, but you can get them on like Amazon and stuff like that because my husband's in the Coast Guard, if you didn't already know that. And that way I don't, oh, I'm just so clumsy, wow. That is lunch. It's literally just a giant bowl packed with like literally everything. And then I also sometimes use salsa just kind of like as a dressing sort of in case it's like a little bit dry. But I used some of the Green Dragon hot sauce from Trader Joe's. Talked about this in my last video with the haul because we go through so much of this. That is it. It literally took me like, well, it took me longer because I had to do the rice, but so it took me like 20-ish minutes with the rice and all that, 20 to 30, but normally it takes me like 10 minutes if I do it without rice or do it with the microwavable rice. But I am gonna eat this and then hang out here for a bit before I have to go to work. Tuesdays are a pretty easy day for me. I don't teach dance or anything. I just work in the office and sit at the computer for 3 hours. And then come home and have dinner. But tomorrow is gonna be a long day for me. My Wednesdays are always crazy, so it's kind of nice that I have chill Tuesdays. But I'm gonna have my lunch and I will see you guys for either a snack or dinner. So I just got back from work. It's now like almost 8 o'clock and I'm ready to eat dinner. I am so freaking hungry. I ended up just like racing and completely missed having a snack, so I'm super hungry. I am gonna make salmon tonight because it cooks so quickly and easily. Normally I would have Andrew here at home and he would make dinner for me and it would be done by now and ready, but it's just me. He's gone this week, so I have to make my own dinner tonight. We get our salmon from Costco, the Atlantic salmon. It's frozen and lucky me, there's just one left. So I'm gonna use that up. I love that when you cook salmon, you can cook it frozen and it cooks in like 20-ish minutes. So it seems like a complicated dinner and it looks like super fancy, but it's honestly so easy. Last week I made butternut squash and really liked it. So I actually bought the butternut squash like in whole last week, and it was just kind of annoying to cut when you can just buy it pre-cut. So I'm being lazy. You can actually cut the corner of this bag from Trader Joe's and microwave it, but I like the flavor better when it's roasted, and I'm putting the salmon on a sheet pan anyway. So if you want it sweet, you can do it with maple syrup and butter and cinnamon, which I think would be so good. but I'm gonna do more of a savory butternut squash. I made this last week. I can't remember how I made it, but we'll see how it goes. Preheat the oven to about 425 and it cooks for about like 22 minutes ish, and it just comes out so good. I'm so excited and hungry. And with the salmon, since it's frozen, any seasonings won't really stick to it. So about halfway through cooking it, I'm gonna add some of the seasoning on the salmon and show you guys. But while I'm waiting, I'm gonna wash a few of my dishes so that after I have dinner, I can just relax and be done for the day. Dinner is halfway done. I'm gonna season the salmon now, and I pulled it all out. A little salt and pepper. A little garlic powder. I use like these 3 on literally everything. And then I'm gonna use this chili lime seasoning from Trader Joe's. It's really good on salmon. This is like all we really use it on. You can see like half of the jar is already gone. So I'm gonna sprinkle this on there. And then I'm gonna be super fancy. I already had a cut lemon in the fridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on there, and it just adds a little extra flavor. Throw it back in for the rest of the time. And I'm actually going to just kind of toss these guys around a little bit just so that they don't stick to the pan. Side note, if you guys saw my last video, you know that I just got braces put on, and I just finished eating dinner, and it's really disgusting, but a bunch of food got stuck in my braces, and these little brushes are a lifesaver. They get in between all the little wires and everything, and you can get them on like Amazon. They're called Dentec, and they have just saved my life from like embarrassing moment. So I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about how I choose what foods I eat and kind of my diet, I guess. I am not allergic to anything, thank goodness, so I don't restrict anything from my diet. Obviously, if I was allergic to like gluten or something like that, I would get rid of it, but because I'm not allergic to gluten, I am just gonna keep it in my diet. I believe that everything in moderation is key, and keeping a balanced, healthy lifestyle works well for me, so I go by intuitive eating. So whenever I'm hungry or feeling hungry, I go and eat, and I'm not gonna starve myself. And you wanna choose, it's kind of hard to explain intuitive eating because you wanna choose every time you do go to eat, you should be choosing whole, healthy, clean foods that will make you feel good, and something that's not processed. But I do also allow that moment where if I'm really craving a cookie, I will go and eat the cookie and not feel guilty about it, because I used to make myself feel guilty about eating out or having, you know, like a few Oreos. And I think that's just such an unhealthy mindset. I used to think that like if I had some Oreos one night that I gained 5 pounds and I need to like go to the gym for like 3 hours the next day, but that's not how it works. And honestly, just keeping a balanced diet is key for me. I usually go by eating 80% healthy, whole foods, and then 20% of the week is whatever I want. So whether that's, you know, eating out at a restaurant, typically we eat out once a week. So like I'll treat myself to that, or whether it's like having a milkshake or something, because I feel like otherwise I'm just gonna be super unhappy and it's just not gonna end well. And if I restrict myself from something like carbs, I know myself and I know that as soon as I eat some bread or pasta, I'm gonna go ham and like binge and lose all control. So to me, cutting out stuff and restricting myself just makes me want it more. So that's why I don't do it that way, but it works differently for everyone. So what I do throughout the day and what I ate today might not necessarily work for you, and that's okay. Which is kind of a hard thing because you have to figure out what works for your body, but I just wanted to give you guys some fun meals that are simple and easy and you can try out at home. Typically I eat more than what I ate today. I kind of missed out on snacks. I've mostly just had like my full meals, but I will normally have like a little snack, like a granola bar or something like that in the afternoon before I go teach dance. But today I just worked in the office and I got kind of busy and like realized I didn't eat. But if I am actually hungry, I will make sure that I grab a snack and feed myself. But I hope that is helpful for you guys. And now I'm gonna have a little bit of a dessert. My favorite meal of the day, and that's dessert. And this goes along with what I just talked about. So if I want a little ice cream cone, I'm gonna have it. So I just have these little ice cream cones. They're so cute, from Trader Joe's. 3 is a serving, which is like 290 calories. But if you eat just one, it's like 90 calories and they're perfect. Like honestly, they seem small, but once you have one and you like wait a little bit, and it satisfies that whole craving for something sweet. And I am a huge chocolate fan and have to have chocolate at night. So here's my last little meal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time.